Cain is deified. The clans tell tales of him. Few know the truth. He was mortal once. However, his contempt for humanity drove him to create me and my brethren. Hi, this is a Yesterday's Moose production, and today I'm going to be playing Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver, one of the best games for PlayStation 1. I'm going to go ahead and set up the options here. Turn the speech up all the way and turn the vibration on for myself. I won't be making any commentary during any of the cutscenes because they are awesome. With that being said, let's get things started.
Cain is deified. The clans tell tales of him. Few know the truth. He was mortal once, as were we all. However, his contempt for humanity drove him to create me and my brethren. I am Raziel, firstborn of his lieutenants. I stood with Cain and my brethren at the dawn of the Empire. I have served him a millennium. Over time, we became less human and more divine. Cain would enter the state of change and emerge with a new gift. Some years after the Master, our evolution would follow, until I had the honor of surpassing my lord. For my transgression, I earned a new kind of reward. Agony. There was only one possible outcome. My eternal damnation. I, Raziel, was to suffer the fate of traitors and weaklings, to burn forever in the bowels of the Lake of the Dead. Cast him in. Tumbling, burning with white-hot fire, I plunged into the depths of the abyss. Unspeakable pain, relentless agony. Time ceased to exist. Only this torture and a deepening hatred of the hypocrisy that damned me to this hell. An eternity passed, and my torment receded, bringing me back from the precipice of madness. The descent had destroyed me, and yet I lived.
Here's one of the only loading screens we'll ever see.
I know you, Raziel. You are worthy.
What madness is this? What pitiful form is this that I have come to inhabit? Death would be a release next to this travesty.
You did not survive the Abyss, Raziel. I have only spared you from total dissolution.
I would choose oblivion over this existence.
The choice is not yours.
I am destroyed.
You are reborn. The birth of one of Cain's abominations traps the essence of life. It is this soul that animates the corpse you lived in. And that, Raziel, is the demise of Nosgoth. There is no balance. The souls of the dead remain trapped. I cannot spin them in the wheel of fate. They cannot complete their destinies. Redeem yourself. Or if you prefer, avenge yourself. Settle your dispute with Cain. Destroy him and your brethren. Free their souls and let the wheel of fate churn again. Use your hatred to reave their souls. I can make it possible. Become my soul reaver, my angel of death.
And with that, we finally begin the game. While I'm playing this game, I'm going to throw out a few facts that I found on the internet. So we'll play a little Let's Play and Learn.
These gates twist space, laying a path across great spans.
Soul Reaver, of course, has some of the best graphics. The sound design is awesome. The music is awesome. The voiceover is amazing. Overall, an incredible game, which is why it's one of my favorites. I've been wanting to do a Let's Play of this game for quite some time, and just haven't had the ability to do it until now.
You are weak. You must feed.
The old hunger has left me. I have no desire for blood.
You are changed. Your bloodthirst is replaced by a deeper need. You have become a devourer of souls. To sustain your strength, you must hunt the lost spirits of the underworld and consume the souls of your enemies.
Okay, time to eat some souls. Yummy, yummy. Nom 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 nom. There's really not much to say while I'm playing this game. I'm just kind of overtaken by the visuals.
Your wings, though ruined, are not without purpose. Take hold of them as you leap, and they will carry you across this chasm.
Now, the gliding mechanic tends to be a little bit jittery, or twitchy, which you may notice as we go along.
What scabrous wretches are these?
Shua, the scavengers of the underworld. Their feral hunger has claimed countless souls, spirits who now shall never find their rest.
Now, what's interesting is there's all sorts of things that will eat the souls, and they won't be part of the Wheel of Fate. However, when I eat souls, well, then they go into that wheel. I guess that's why I am the Soul Reaver, and they're not. Jump, jump, jump. And here we go to introduce one of my favorite mechanics in the game, switching from the physical realm, or the spiritual realm to the physical realm.
These portals are your conduit between the spectral and material realms. With their aid, you may gather matter and will yourself to become manifest in the physical world. This is taxing, however. Your strength must first be fully restored. You require no conduit to return to this plane. You may abandon your physical body at any time.
Visually, this transition is really cool. Everything twists and changes shape.
Sustain your strength to prolong your manifestation in the physical world. If you fail to feed or absorb too many wounds, this fragile matter will dissolve. You are young yet, Raziel. You still retain many of your vampiric weaknesses. Immersion in water, while not fatal, will dissolve your physical body, forcing your return to the spirit world. Be aware that in the spectral realm, water has neither heft nor lift. It stands as thin as air.
Now, if you notice me doing this ducking, crawling jump, it's because it makes things a lot easier. You don't fall off of cliffs if you do that. If you don't do that, you can definitely fall down and have to repeat sections.
What are these creatures?
Do you not recognize them? They are the children of your brother, Duma.
That's impossible. These foul, scuttling beasts could not be kin of our high blood?
Do you suppose that time stood still for you, Raziel? Much has changed since you passed from the world of men.
I knew my opponent's weaknesses, having suffered them myself. Physical wounds are fleeting. Vampire's immortal flesh begins to close as soon as it is cleaved. Vampires need only fear those wounds that impale or inflame. Water scorches like acid, and fledglings are devastated by sunlight's touch. I would have to modify my tactics to suit my foes.
And throw him into the water here.
Unfettered from the flesh, a creature's soul fades swiftly into the spectral realm. Draw it in quickly, Raziel, or you will be compelled to follow.
And throw him into the water too. Now it's time to push a block.
Your physical prowess surpasses what you knew in life. Even massive obstacles can be moved effortlessly.
After all, this wouldn't be a video game without the obligatory pushing of giant blocks. I guess because blocks were a lot easier to make back in the day.
The sanctuary of the clans reduced to ruin. Beyond these walls lay the pillars of Nosgoth, the seat of Kain's empire. How humble it now appeared, collapsing into the dust of its former magnificence. And yet, I had only just emerged. In the instant between my execution and resurrection, centuries had apparently passed.
This world is wrecked with cataclysms. The earth strains to shrug off the pestilence of Kain's parasitic empire. The fate of this world was preordained in an instant by a solitary man. Unwilling to martyr himself to restore Nosgoth's balance, Kain condemned the world to the decay you see. In that moment, the unraveling began. Now it is nearly played out. Nosgoth teeters on the brink of collapse. Its fragile balance cannot hold.
Now, this is the third time that I've had to record this because I was having problems with the audio. And the way I'm doing this is I'm going through the game and fighting each of the brothers and dividing those up into individual videos. So the first brother that I'll be fighting is Malchiah. Usually takes about 40 minutes or so, so it's kind of annoying to have to redo it all over again. That being said, I do want to make, a good quality video, so I don't mind so much. Javelin throw. Take that. Okay, now I can go and open up another portal, and these serve as quick travel points. Makes it easier to backtrack. This is a so-called Metroidvania game where you have to gain abilities and then revisit areas that you've already been to and use the abilities that you've gained to access new areas. Really love how the music also seamlessly transitions from one area to another. It's really impressive how they were able to make that happen. They obviously put a lot of work into this game, whereas a lot of games at that point had massive loading screens and jumpy sound effects and everything like that.
This, at least, had remained constant. The endlessly swirling vortex of the abyss, my tomb, and the womb of my rebirth. Though much of Nosgoth's landscape had changed, these cliffs gave me my bearings. My clan territory was to the west. I was anxious to see how my descendants had fared during the centuries of my absence.
And you gotta wonder where the weapon goes during those cutscenes. It just disappears and then comes back when the cutscene is done. And there was a musical transition. Really cool. Now what we gotta do is we gotta go west. Take out some enemies along the way. Kind of too close, I don't like that. That enemy over there might be able to get in some cheap shots while I'm taking on his friend. Okay, fortunately he didn't. Come on, pick up that weapon. Pick it up, there we go. Impale him. Okay, I'll take this weapon with me.
Utter desolation. My once proud kin wiped from this world like excrement from a boot. I knew the hand that wrought this deed.
Yep, everything's Kain's fault. It's all Kain's fault. That's why we have to take him down. Okay, I'll activate another portal here. I will be using this portal eventually. And even though I don't have to activate all of the portals, I will be doing that for this video. Open the door, open the door, open the door, open the door. There we go. Sometimes opening the door can be the most difficult thing in the game. Not sure why. If I haven't mentioned it already, I won't be 100%ing this game. I'm just going to get a few items to raise my health, and I'll upgrade the Soul Reaver at least once. But most of the things that you are able to do in this game are just optional. If you want, you could definitely look online and be able to find all of those things. For my playthrough, however, I'm just going to be doing it the way that I normally would. Okay, do some flying here. Fly, 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 fly.
No! Please!
I didn't recognize these flayed racks of flesh. Their scent was vampiric. They gnawed upon their victim's carcass like dogs.
Okay, I don't need to fight them. Can just avoid them like this. There we go. Goodbye, guys.
This charnel house bore the unmistakable marks of Melchiah's clan. To what depths had our dynasty plummeted if these ghouls were the descendants of my high-born brother? Were they so debased as to recruit fledglings from the desiccated corpses here interred?
That's a good question. And there's a bad guy here that I want to try to avoid. Oh, I killed him somehow. That's interesting. Didn't have that happen before. Really weird. Okay, push this in here. There we go.
My brother Melchiah was made last, and therefore received the poorest portion of Cain's gift. Although immortal, his soul could not sustain the flesh, which retained much of its previous human frailty. This weakness, it seemed, was passed on to his offspring. Their fragile skins barely contained the underlying decay.
Objective Melchiah. We're gonna go ahead and take him down. He's not too much trouble. Now at this point, it's worth mentioning that Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver was released in 1999 for PlayStation and Windows. And also in the year 2000, it was released for Dreamcast. In the year 2000. This game is a direct sequel to Blood Omen, Legacy of Kain. I have played that game, and long story short, it's not anywhere close to as good as this game is. In fact, there's a game-breaking glitch which can cause you to be stuck, and if that glitch happens, then you won't be able to proceed in the game. And when I was playing it, that happened. Plus, the ending is very brief and uneventful. Obviously, everything that takes place after that ending is this game, which makes it a lot more interesting. Hey, don't hit me. This block, by the way, you can move it once you get the Soul Reaver. However, I won't be doing that. Again, because it's not necessary. Time to go into the ghost world, the material realm.
Beware, Raziel. These wraiths are vampire spirits, fettered too long in the spectral realm. When their vampire natures adapt to this plane, they become eaters of souls. Do not allow these spirits to re-inhabit their corpses.
Okay, it's the spirit realm, or whatever he just said. Oh, I totally fell down. I was ducking and moving. For some reason, when you use the portal to travel between realms, it doesn't always Oh, come on. Come here, buddy. There we go. Give me your soul. Eventually. Okay. Duck. There we go. And time to fly. Pushing the block, pushing the block, pushing the block. Okay, it's a good time to mention that the voice of Raziel is Michael Bell, and the voice of the Elder God is Tony Jay. He also did the voice of Shere Khan from one of the Jungle Book movies, and he was also the voice of Shere Khan in the animated series Tailspin. Simon Templeman is the voice of Kane. Anna Bell is the voice of Ariel. Richard Doyle is the voice of Mobius. And Neil Ross is the voice of Rahab. Okay, gotta grab this block here. Simon Templeman and Tony Jay also did the voices of Malkaya, Duma, and Zephon. And it's pretty obvious that they did the voices. I guess it would be very expensive to hire a lot of voice actors. All things considered, though, the voice actors that they hired for this game are amazing. A lot of what makes this game cool is the narration and storytelling. Personally, I think this would have made an excellent live-action movie. Give me the weapon. Thank you. What? How did I miss? There we go. Alright, one more guy. How do you like your steak? Alright, move a block, move a block. Okay, pushing a block is a little bit faster. push a block, push a block. Now, when I was recording before, this is where the audio cut out for some reason. I don't know why. Sometimes my capture card can be a little bit funny. Not so funny for recording, though. It's a good thing that this game isn't super long. I would hate to be recording for like hours and hours and then all of a sudden have to record it all over again. Okay. Gotta put the block in there. It's one of the many block puzzles that are featured in this game. I have to admit, I'm not such a big fan of block puzzles. And there are quite a few. Come on, give me a soul. There. Yes. Yummy. If you leave that soul for too long, the Wraith will take it from you. Okay, here we go. Now what you want to do is go into the spirit realm. Now I think there's a soul around here that I want to eat. Yep, good. Okay, time to push some more blocks. First, have to bring them over here. Oh, I grabbed the torch. Oh well, that's fine. Then flip this block over like so. Then like that. Then push it the right way up. There we go. We're getting pretty close to Melchiah now. It's not much further. Pushing a block, pushing a block. Now that's what I'm talking about. It takes so long to just push it like that. Whereas if you do it this way, it's slightly faster. Okay, that's block number 1. Now it's time for block number 2. Walking, thank you. Okay, there we go. Put the block up there. Like how the torch lights up the area that you're traveling through. Goodbye. Now, typically when I'm recording, I have about an hour before my capture card starts getting a little bit weird. Right now, I'm about halfway there. In other words, like 35 minutes. I don't have to worry too much about the time, though. Getting to Malkaya doesn't take very long. It's the brother after Malkaya that's a little bit more trouble. And there's this guy. I'll just beat him up just for fun. Give me your soul, thank you. I think that's a vampire worshipper. Okay, I think I just have to turn this thing. No, I have to hit a switch first, of course. Now, where's that switch? It's on the opposite wall? Yes, of course it is. Now that the machinery is in the proper place, we can go ahead and turn the crank. There we go, that's all we needed to do here. I'm still carrying around this torch. Oh well, that's fine. When you have torches and you beat up vampires, you can use it to set them on fire, which is pretty cool. However, after you do that, then the torch becomes pretty useless. This puzzle coming up here is a little bit convoluted. First, you have to drop the thing down here. Then you gotta go down here and do a bunch of stuff. Okay, gotta move these things. I said move these things. There we go. Thank you. There are 4 of these that need to be moved. Okay, that's 1. Here's 2. Have to set all of these beams on fire. Okay, I'll just pull this over. No need to do any fancy pushing. Okay, here we go, the last one. And I know it doesn't really look like this is the faster way to do it, but believe me, it is the faster way. Okay. Now I'm going to move all these blocks towards the center. It's 1. 2. 3. Last one. Okay. I'll drop down here. Finally, about to face Melchiah. Really don't need the torch at this point. Funny, I keep the torch in this cutscene. It's weird.
Show yourself, creature.
Do you not recognize me, brother? Am I so changed?
Melchiah?
Yes, brother. You should have stayed where the Master sent you, Raziel. You will find Nosgoth less pleasant than you remember.
What has become of my clan? Answer me, little brother, or I will beat an answer from your horrid lips.
Everyone is afraid, sibling. You awake to a world of fear. These times of change are so unsettling. Do you think I feel no revulsion for this form? Do you believe for a moment that our Lord would risk his empire upon an upstart inheritance?
Enough riddles. What are you saying?
You are the last to die.
Okay, time to throw this at his face, and he laughs at me. Alright, first thing we need to do is go over here. Hopefully Melchiah will follow. Open the door. Wait. Gotcha! That's once. Have to do it one more time. Go over here. It's number 2. Sometimes it takes him a while to find me over here. Where are ya? He's slowly making his way over here. Come on. You know you want to. I promise I won't drop the door on you again. Cross my heart and hope to become a Soul Reaver. Gotcha. Okay, here we go. Okay, what we want to do is bring Melchiah into this area here. Come on. There we go. Jump over here.
Tell me, Melchiah, where can I find Cain?
The Master is beyond your reach, Raziel. He makes himself known when he sees fit, not when commanded. I am released.
You have done well, Raziel.
Am I reduced to this? A ghoul? A fratricide?
Elevated, Raziel, not reduced. Consuming Melchiah's soul has endowed you with a new gift. Insubstantial barriers such as these are no impediment to you in the spectral realm. Will yourself to pass through, and you shall.
Alright, there we go. We got the first ability of the game. We took out Malchiah. And at this point, I'll go ahead and end the video. And when we pick up next time, we'll take care of yet another brother. Thank you very much for watching. This has been a Yesterday's Moose production, and I'll see you next time.